Habang binabasura ang mga impeachment complaint laban dito kay Marcos Jr. dyan sa House of Representatives, sa Senado naman ho, absuelto ho itong si Marcos Jr. Wala daw hong mga ebidensya na makapaglilink kay Marcos Jr. dito sa flood control scandal. Pero bago yan, isang like at isang subscribe, masaya na ho tayo dyan. At sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community, yung join button nandyan lang ho sa baba. Dito sa video na to, pag-usapan ho natin ang ika nga talagang full force na pag-absuelto ng House of Representatives at Senado sa mga kabalbalan nitong si Marcos Jr. Ito ho, February 8, 2026, Draft Blue Ribbon Report found no proof linking Marcos to flood control mess, says Lacson. Yan ang sinasabi ho natin. Di ba? Paano ho, paano magkakatiwala ang sambayan ng Pilipino diyan sa Senado? Gayong napakalinaw na ng mga ebidensya na kung saan mga tauhan na mismo ni Marcos Jr. ang sinabi nitong si Bernardo, Traiji Bolivar, Adrian Bersamin, Amena Pangandaman, di ba? Mga pangalan na malapit kay Marcos Jr. Tapos walang link na makakapag-connecta kay Marcos Jr. dito sa issue na to. Anak ng Petrang Garapata. Diyan tayo magkakaproblema, Ping Lacson. Ito. Yan ang ikakatalo ng kung sino man ang kandidato ng mga dilawan at pinklawan sa 2028 presidential. Wala ko kayo mga kababayan. Di ba? Yan o, sigurado natin dito. Yan ang ikakatalo nila dahil maaalala ng ating mga kababayan kung paano linaro ng mga aso ni Marcos Jr. yung issue ng mga maanomalyang flood control project. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee has so far no found basis to hold President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. accountable in connection with the alleged flood control irregularity, Senator Pampilo Lacson said on Sunday. Wala kaming makita na may pananagutan ang Pangulo batay sa investigasyon ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee kasi ang presidente nag-a-approve talaga ng GAA kapag napunta sa kanya. Hindi naman siya ang nagpe-prepare ng GAB o yung General Appropriation Bill. Lacson said in an interview with Super Radio DCBB. Lacson added that the issue of Marcos accountability is better left to the judgment of House Committee on Justice, which had earlier dismissed the impeachment complaint against the President. However, Lacson said that Senate Blue Ribbon Committee would still discuss the proper course of action, including any culpability in relation to the flood control controversy. Ano bang aasahan natin kay Ping Lacson? Ano bang dahilan bakit tinanggal itong si Rodante Marcoleta? Yan ho ang dahilan kung bakit tinanggal si Rodante Marcoleta dyan sa Blue Ribbon Committee. Si Rodante Marcoleta is 3 bullet ho yun. Yung tatamaan, wala akong pakialam yun. Di ba? Kaya siya tinanggal. Kaya nagkarigo doon sa Senado. Nung nag-umpisa nang mag-imbestiga si Rodante Marcoleta. O ngayon, eto na ho ang resulta ng pagtanggal kay Rodante Marcoleta sa Senado. Yung mga big fish kung tawagin, yung mga mastermind, anak ng toka, lahat may kasalanan. Pwera lang si Martin Romualdez at si Marcos Jr. Sila yung pinakamataas sa House of Representatives at si Marcos Jr. naman ang mataas diyan sa Malacanang. Tapos, ngayon nagkahindot-hindot ang may kasalanan, mga Diskaya. Palakpakan ho natin ang mga walang yan. Anak na to, ganyan ho nila gaguhin ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Pasensya na ho, lunes na lunes talagang ika nga yung mga tirada na ganyan ni Lacson, talagang hindi ho tatagos sa PH update yan. Hindi ho makakalusot yung mga ganyang klaseng kabalban. Kasi kayo ho ba, tanungin ko kayo, sang-ayon ho ba kayo sa mga kabalbalan na yan ni Ping Lacson? Ngayon siguro maliwanag na sa sambayan ng Pilipino kung ano nga ba ang tunay na dahilan kung bakit tinanggal nila si Rodante Marcoleta bilang chairperson ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Rekta ho tayo sa House of Representatives. Ang pag-dismiss dyan sa mga impeachment complaint laban dito kay Marcos Jr. dyan sa Justice Committee. Pambihira, ibang klase talagang ano ho sila yung pag-absuelto nila kay Marcos Jr. talagang napaka-iisa ng galaw ng House of Representatives at Senado para pagtakpa ng mga kalokohan ng administrasyon na to. At yan ang dahilan. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit matatalo ho sila sa 2028. Yan ang dahilan kaya hindi iboboto ng mga sambayan ng Pilipino ang kandidato ng mga Dilawan kasi yung mga Dilawan na yan, mantakin nyo, hindi man lamang ho sila nagsasalita pero ang galing nila sa impeachment. Pero dito sa trilyon ng nawala sa kaban ng sambayanan, nangutang ang administrasyon na to at babayaran ng susunod na henerasyon. Pero hindi ho sila nagsasalita. Galit na galit sila kay Sara Duterte. Pero sa mga kalokohan ng administrasyon na to, tahimik itong mga walang yang to. Korekta ho tayo kay Jinky Luis. Okay.
Morning to my esteemed colleagues, regular and ex-officio members of the Justice Committee. The only item in our agenda is the approval of the committee report and the resolution dismissing the impeachment complaints filed by Attorney Andre R. De Jesus, the De Jesus impeachment complaint, and Lisa Masa, Teodoro Casino, Renato Reyes Jr., and Attorney Nery Colmenares, and 32 other complainants, the Maza et al. Impeachment complaint against President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. During the meeting held on February 2, 2026, the committee found both the De Jesus and the Masa et al. Impeachment complaints to be sufficient in form. Thereafter, the committee proceeded to discuss the sufficiency in substance of both impeachment complaints on February 3 and 4, 2026, before submitting the matter to a vote. On February 4, 2026, upon a motion to declare the De Jesus impeachment complaint to be insufficient in substance, the committee, with the affirmative vote of 42 members, 1 vote against, and 3 abstentions, the De Jesus impeachment complaint was declared insufficient in substance. On the same day, upon motion to declare the Maza et al. Impeachment complaint to be sufficient in substance, with the affirmative vote of 7 members, 39 against, and 0 abstentions, the Maza et al. Impeachment complaint was declared to be insufficient in substance.
Tanak na to.
Thus,
Ay, ang script po kasi nila, ibigay na natin yung forma sa kanila. Doon na natin si substance banatan. Itong si Benny Abante. Gagil na gagil eh. Yung tipong, form pa lang, wasakin na natin. Hindi pumayag. Masyado tayong obvious niyan. Si Benny Abante, garapal yan. Mantakin nyo, talo nga, nakaupo dyan eh. Kapal na mukha, di ba? Kung gano'n ho kakapal yung mga pagmumukha ng mga congressman eh. Kaya sinasabi ho natin dito, sa impeachment ni VP Sara, kakailanganan ho natin ang tulong ng bawat mga kababayan nating Duterte supporter. Kaya naman kasi i-share niyo yung mga video, di ba? Ito nga ang video na to, i-share niyo. Pero mas mainam ho, maging kayo yung mga video clip na kung saan ma-emphasize ang pagiging bias ng mga congressman, mga senador, i-share niyo ho sa inyong mga wall, i-public niyo ho yung pagkakashare para makita ho na sambay ng Pilipino kung paano balahurain nitong mga siraulo na to ang proseso at kung paano nila gamitin ang proseso para pahirapan yung kanilang mga kalaban sa politika. Kailangan nun natin ng tulong ng bawat isa. Mga taga-suporta ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kung mga lang ho, DDS vlogger, kaya naman kasang mahihirapan ho. Diba? Pero kung bawat isang supporter, iparamdam ho natin ang presensya natin sa social media, sa mga siraulong politiko na to, na hindi okay ang ginagawa nila na yan kay VP Sara. Sa gayong paraan, yung mga boboto ng impeachment, especially yung mga congressman nyo, itag nyo sila. Itag nyo yung mga congressman nyo. Congressman, hindi namin gustong ma-impeach si Sara Duterte. Representante ka namin dyan, ha? Hindi ka utusan ni Marcos Jr. Ano nyo? I-call out nyo. Magano ho kayo, itag nyo ho yung mga congressman nyo. Pakita nyo na ayaw nyo dyan sa impeachment na yan.
while both the De Jesus impeachment complaint and the Maza et al. Impeachment complaint were found to be sufficient in form, the same were also declared insufficient in substance. Such being the case, the Secretariat was directed to prepare the committee report and the resolution dismissing the complaint, which the committee has prepared and distributed copies to the members of the committee. Before we proceed, allow me to clarify the role of this committee in impeachment proceedings. The rules of procedure in impeachment proceedings provides that the Committee on Justice should first determine whether an impeachment complaint is sufficient in form and substance before requiring the respondent to file an answer to the complaint. This process is not a trivial one, neither is it ministerial on the part of the committee. The rules mandate that an impeachment complaint must first be scrutinized on its face before a full-blown proceeding is conducted by the committee. This is to prevent impeachment proceedings that do not meet the standards required by the rules and the Constitution from taking away precious time from this committee and this chamber. While this committee indeed has the power to issue subpoenas and other compulsory processes, this does not exempt a complainant from supporting allegations of malfeasance or misfeasance with facts and evidence admissible under the basic rules of evidence. In other words, an impeachment complaint must not be solely based on conjecture, news reports, or bare allegations. Maraming salamat po. We now proceed to the consideration of the committee report and the resolution dismissing the impeachment complaint. But before we proceed, may we inquire from the committee secretariat if all the members of the Justice Committee were indeed provided a copy of the committee report and the resolution accompanying the same. Committee secretariat, please.
Yung mga committee secretary na yan, pagka naging presidente si VP Sara, sa tingin ho natin, dapat din tanggalin yung mga yan. Kasi kita ko sa pagmumukha nila, yung pagiging ano nila, yung tipong aso din sila ni Martin Romualdez. Bahala na yung ano sa 21 Congress. Bahala na yung speaker natin. Sino ba gagawin natin speaker dyan? Dapat yung eksperyensyado. Sino ba? Mga mga anti-Duterte lahat, anti-Duterte karamihan ng mga congressman diyan yung mga tumatayo ngayong mga panahon na to na pwede nating gawing Speaker of the House. Si Gloria hindi hindi naman pala siya pwedeng bumanat, baka balik siya sa kulungan, no. Sino ba yung pwedeng kumpasero dyan sa House of Representatives pag nagpresidente si VP Sara? Dapat matikas. Di pwede yung Congress meow? Gawin nating speaker? O pwede. Anak ng toko para talagang maubos yung mga siraulo dyan. Kung meow, ikaw ang speaker natin sa 21 Congress.
As intimated by the committee secretariat, the copy of the committee report, including the accompanying resolutions, were sent to all the members via email. But before
Ganda na relo ni Luis
we vote on this,
pambihira. Ganda na relo ni Luis Ro. Talagang diamante sa katawan, ibang klase. Anak ng toko. Tumakbo sa politiko mga mukhang hampas lupa Hindi naman judgmental. Pero nung naging congressman na, anak ng Veteran Garapata. Diba? Pero yung pagiging lukarit ng mukha, nandiyan pa rin Yung tipong pagiging yung pagiging kanal nila nandiyan pa rin eh. Hindi mawawala yun eh. Kahit paano pambihisan yung ano nila, yung lagyan mo ng maraming alahas, magagandang damit, doon sa pag-uugali nila eh. Yun ang nga magbabalita sa iyo kung anong klaseng pagkatao itong mga to eh. Di ba? Yung mga pag-uugali nila, yung kung ano sinasabi nila dyan sa House of Representatives, kung anong ginagawa nila, doon nakikita ng sambihin ng Pilipino kung gaano kawalang nga itong mga individual na to. Kaya naman mga kababayan, wag ho nating pahintulutan na
For the record, the chair will read
Huwag natin pahintulutan na magwagi itong mga walang yan na to sa 2028. Basta dapat maging presidente si VP Sara kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng pag-asa ang susunod na henerasyon.
Part 4 of the committee report. This is the findings, conclusions, and recommendation. Wherefore, premises considered, the Committee on Justice finds, resolves, and concludes that number 1, the De Jesus impeachment complaint is sufficient in form but insufficient in substance.
Yun lang.
And number
Yun
2,
lang.
the Maza et al. Impeachment complaint is sufficient in form but insufficient in substance.
Yun lang.
It is recommended that this committee report containing the findings and conclusions of the committee in the matter of the impeachment proceeding against President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. be approved and the attached resolution dismissing the complaints for impeachment filed by Attorney Andre De Jesus and by Lisa Masa, Teodoro Casino, Renato Reyes Jr., and Attorney Nery Colmenares
Yun lang.
against President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. be adopted in a plenary roll call vote pursuant to
lang.
Section 13 of the Rules of Procedure in Impeachment Proceedings in relation to Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution. February 9, 2026, House of Representatives, Batasan Hills, Quezon City, respectfully submitted, Jervil Luistro, Chairperson.
Yun lang.
That is for the record.
Yun lang.
Now the chair will read the portion of the accompanying resolution, the dispositive portion. Now be it resolved by the House of Representatives to dismiss the impeachment complaints against President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr., filed by Attorney Andre R. De Jesus and by Lisa Masa, Teodoro Casino, Renato Reyes Jr., and Attorney Nery Colmenares and 32 other complainants for being insufficient in substance.
Yun lang.
Adopted, and then the names and the signatures to be affixed by all the members of the Justice Committee. The chair is now ready to hear the motion.
Madam
Yeah.
Chair.
Madam Chair.
Ayan. Lundagan na,
Madam Chair.
lundagan na. Maglulundagan na yung mga,
The
mga
Honorable
congressman.
Zamora first, and then Honorable Erice.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to approve the committee report containing the
Yeah.
findings and conclusions of this committee.
I second the
The
motion.
matter of the impeachment proceeding against President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr.
Mga Zamora na to, may kalalagyan dito mga walang yan to sa susunod na administration. Ay, sabagay, mga balingbing lang yan. Ano lang yan mga yan? Mga typical politician sa Pilipinas. No? Kung sino nakaupo, doon sila papanig. Pustahan tayo, yung mga Zamora na yan. Pagka naging presidente si VP Sara, mga DDS na ulit yung mga yan.
Adopt the attached resolution dismissing the
Ay,
complaints for
nako.
impeachment filed by Attorney Andre R. De Jesus and by Lisa Largosa Masa, Teodoro A. Casino, Renato Reyes Jr., Attorney Nery Colmenares et al. Against President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. in a plenary roll call vote pursuant to Section 13 of the Rules of Procedure in impeachment proceedings in relation to Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Second.
There is a motion. The same has been seconded. Is there any objection?
Yes, Madam Chair, there are objections.
Objection.
We
Madam
object.
Objection.
The same has been objected by the Honorable Ko. we shall proceed to divide the House.
Madam Chair, according to our rules, we may explain our objection.
After we resolve the motion, the members will be given the opportunity to explain.
Madam Chair, this is not an explanation of vote, but rather a debate on the motion. Any
Yeah.
motion, according to our
Ilaban
rules,
nyo.
is debatable.
Kulang pa ba? Oy, Congressman Tino, kulang pa ba yung pagmamahal na binibigay sa inyo ng Malacanang? Anak ng tawa. Magagalit na sila sa inyo yan. Ang pinag-usapan lang, maghahain tapos i-dismiss. Hindi pinag-usapan yung pagdedebatihan pa ha. Baka hindi mo naiintindihan yung pinag-usapan.
Our deliberation, the Honorable Tino, was concluded already last February 4. As a matter of fact, we voted already on the insufficiency in substance of both impeachment complaints.
Yes,
This
Congressman
is a
Tino.
motion for the approval of the committee report with the accompanying resolution. We shall proceed to vote.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
We are in fact
Madam Chair.
raising objections on the text of the committee report itself, because we feel that it does not properly reflect the discussion and arguments and the position of the endorsers in the complaint. Therefore, we need to explain, kasi ito po ang pagbabatayan ng boto, kapos po, may kulang. Kaya kailangan pong mag-debate.
In the
Wala.
interest of
Teka lang, Kung Tino, hindi naman yan ang pinag-usapan. Pambira, anong debate? Maghahain, sufficient in form, insufficient in substance. Si bakit? Yun ang pinag-usapan, anong debate? Kulang pa ba? Kulang pa ba, Kung Tino? Naku, Malacanang, paging Malacanang. Kulang pa ata ang pagmamahal na binibigyan nyo dito sa kamatayan block na to dyan sa House of Representatives.
equality, fairness, and justice. The chair gives the Honorable Tino a period of 2 minutes to explain.
Kumbaga para ho yan sa ika nga patay, hindi naman mapagbintangan ng House of Representatives na linoko nila ang proseso. Tama yan. Para ika nga makita na sa bayan ng Pilipino. Kahit paano yung fairness nandiyan pa rin. Scripted ho lahat yan. Lahat ng kalokohan na ginagawa nila yan. Tino kunyari bibida ka. Kunyari magtatanong. Kunyari dibatihin mo kami kasi kailangan yan. Para magmukhang, para talagang credible. Hindi mabahiran ng duda sa bayan ng Pilipino ang pag-absuelto natin. Pagbabasura natin sa impeachment na yan. Wag ho kayo magpabola.
His objection.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, of course, I only speak of the Masa et al. Complaint, and I would just like to note that in the committee report that is up for approval, there is a discussion starting on, there are no page numbers. The arguments in support of insufficiency in substance are as follows. Then there is a discussion of the 3 parts of the Masa complaint. The first part being with regard to the BBM parametric formula. I would just like to note that this is an incomplete discussion because the narration or the recital of facts in the complaint not only mentions the BBM parametric formula, but together with it, the testimony of Bernardo about how this parametric formula is an integral part of the whole scheme or modus of corruption, which starts from proponents and on to rigged biddings and on to the kickbacks or commitments, which the President approved of. There is also no mention of the act that is being alleged, the act of the President, which is the submission of the NEP. As to the second part regarding unprogrammed appropriations, there is a long discussion here, or starting in paragraph 6, about unprogrammed appropriations being not prohibited by law and not unconstitutional. That is not at all the allegation contained in the complaint. Hindi po kine-question doon yung constitutionality ng unprogrammed appropriations. The recital of facts there is that the President, by law, is solely responsible for authorizing unprogrammed appropriations. That's one point. The second point is that there is also a long recital of facts there that the unprogrammed appropriations approved by the President included thousands of new flood control projects. And it is also recited there that many of these flood control projects went to contractors that are now charged for corruption, including SunWest, Silver Wolves, among others. So, crucial point po yun. Therefore, the recital of facts there is sufficient. There is a presidential act, the authorization of unprogrammed appropriations that went to corruption. Okay. And the last point, there is hardly any discussion, in contrast to the complaint, there is hardly any discussion of the direct role played by the President in ordering insertions, 100 billion worth of insertions, and receiving at least 8 billion in kickbacks. It is cited in the complaint that Yusek Bernardo delivered 8 billion pesos in kickbacks for the President. No, hindi po sinabing to the President, but for the President. Okay, so to conclude, Madam Chair, and thank you for your generosity in providing this time. To conclude, Mr. President, it is very clear that at this stage there is more than sufficient recital of facts in the Masa complaint.
Ang dami naman Cheche Bureche nito. Ibasura nyo na. Ano ba yan? Pambira, oo.
To support
Kaartihan.
a finding of sufficiency in substance and to ground the claim that the President is guilty of betrayal of public trust. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Tino. The Honorable Erice first, and then the Honorable
In relation
Rodriguez.
to the observations.
With the indulgence of the Honorable Erice, this will be in response to the Honorable Tino. The Honorable Rodriguez is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first statement that the Bernardo were not mentioned
Yan, abogado ni Marcos Jr. ho ito. Ito yung abogado ni Marcos Jr.
testimony is clear in paragraph 13. It says, while the statements of Yusek Bernardo might corroborate the statements of former Representative Saldico, there is nothing in the statements of Yusek Bernardo which directly links the President to any of the allegations. Therefore, the first ground for correction, when we discuss resolutions or findings of the committee, we only look at the four corners of the resolution, of the committee report, and see whether it is a misappreciation of what has been discussed, or what has been discussed, which is vital and substantial, are not incorporated. So that's the only reason. We cannot go back to a debate on substance. So in the first one, there is already a statement here. So it reflects the true one. There's no directly links the President to any of the allegations of Bernardo in corroboration to the statement of former Congressman Saldico. On the second one, it's very clear, it's stated here on unprogrammed funds. It's here from paragraph 6, 7, and 8. So therefore, clearly, the concern of Congressman Tino has been addressed in this committee. It is here, the findings on substance. And then the third one also, Madam Chair, are also quite stated here. And so therefore, I'm of the opinion that the committee report is reflective of what has transpired that substantially supports this particular committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Erice first. Is this in line again with the explanation of Honorable Tino's objection? Honorable Erice? All right. You may proceed, Honorable Erice.
and then Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ang committee po report ay nagpatupad ng pamantayang wala sa Section 5, tulad ng paghingi ng direktang presidential issuance o personal na pag-akda ng allegasyong BBM formula, paghingi ng malinaw na alegasyon ng personal knowledge, approval o intent ng Pangulo, pag-require ng detalye na pang-trial na eksaktong proyekto, halagang benepisyaryo, pagtimbang ng ebidensya at issue ng authentication, at paggamit ng mga doktrinang tulad ng operative fact at presumption of constitutionality upang resolbahin agad ang merito. Ang mga ito ay merits determination, hindi Section 5
Madam Chair,
sufficient.
point of order.
I still have the floor.
No, point of
Yun eh.
point of order.
Bastos talaga tong si itong si Rufus Rodriguez eh. Nakanatawa ka nung ikaw nagsasalita, naghihintay yung mga colleague mo. Noong nagsalita na yung naghintay sa iyo, dumadaldal ka naman.
Precedes all motions or discussion. Point of order.
Bastos nito.
This is a point of order, Honorable Erice. We shall hear the Honorable Rodriguez.
Madam Chair, we have to therefore ask a speaker to point which page and which particular paragraph are not reflective of what has been discussed in the committee or what is lacking and where it should be placed if it's lacking. We cannot go back to again a hearing on the substance on this case, Madam Chair. So that's a point of order. Let us have our very respectable Congressman Erice to point to us where is the paragraph here that is not reflective of what we discussed and what is quite lacking, like what Congressman Tino has done. So may we know. We cannot have here a peroration of what is his stand on the substance of the complaint.
Masyado po nagmamadali si...
No, I'm not. It's a
Darating
point
po
of
ako.
order
Darating
because-
po sa punto na yun.
We have to go directly. We
Yes.
cannot have so much statement. When we are
2 minutes.
discussing
I have 2 minutes.
The
I
four
have 2
corners of the resolution of the committee report.
I have 2 minutes.
Now we had the point of order should be ruled by the chairperson. We ask for the ruling of the point of order of this representation, that we should directly go into the committee report and point to us what are not reflective of what was discussed here and what are lacking to what the congressman is proposing. Thank
Madam
you.
Chair,
Since the point of order is in the hierarchy of the most paramount motion, and the objection and explanation of the honorable colleagues pertains on the committee report, the Honorable Erice is so directed to pinpoint the portions of the committee report he is objecting to and cite his justification supporting his objection.
The Masa complaint has a direct allegation that that there is a 8 billion kickback for the president. And this is a direct allegation. Ito po ay hindi binigyan ng pagkakataon. Kung ito po ay hindi bibigyan ng substance ng committee na ito.
The Honorable Erice is reminded that the comment should be confined to the committee report rather
Yes,
than
the committee report.
Madam Chair,
Madam
if,
Chair, comment on the point of order.
Unless you're raising a point of order, we shall wait until the Honorable Erice finishes his manifestation. Is that a point of order?
No, a comment on the point of order raised by Rep. Rupus
The
Rodriguez.
point of order has been resolved. The Honorable Erice
Point of
is
information.
recognized to finish his manifestation. Let's wait until Honorable Erice is done.
Madam Chair, my objection to the report is on the issue of the Bernardo allegations that the president accepted or there were 8 billion pesos for the president. It's a direct allegation. And this should be, and I think it should be discussed in the committee report. Why is it that the committee did not consider it as sufficiently enough to pursue investigation? Thank you.
Honorable Rodriguez?
That point, precisely, we have already pointed out that paragraph 13 of the findings on page 9 of 17, you have to cite, if you have a question on this, you have to cite the page and cite the paragraph. And we can clearly see here that paragraph 13, while the statements of Joseph Bernardo might corroborate the statements of former Saldico, there is nothing in the statements of Yusek Bernardo which directly links the president. In fact, the next one, because there were three allegations. The first one is Saldico's statement. In fact, I would like to include in this particular finding that we have pointed out that the Saldico video statement, nothing can spring from that because it is not notarized, it's not in the territory of the Philippines, and it's not here. And probably I will also ask that. But here on his point, Madam Chair, the Cabral files cannot also be a basis so clearly that we discussed in this report that too, allegedly that will direct in their own complaint, direct involvement of the president in insertions and kickbacks. Now, this is already the finding, Madam Chair. So therefore, the statement of due respect to Congressman Erice, it reflects already the reasons why the Bernardo State's testimony cannot be considered to form substance to these cases. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. The Honorable Diaz-Guerin.
Madam Chair, there was a motion duly seconded. However, there was an objection of the Representative Tino. I move that we divide the House.
Madam Chair,
Second, Madam Chair.
I also
Lakas ho ng loob nila mag-divide ng house. Alam ho kasi nila makukuha ho nila boto. Kakapal talaga ng mukha nito mga aso ni Marcos na to.
objected, and I'd like to register my objection on the floor.
Okay, in the interest of equality and fairness, we will hear the explanation of the Honorable Ko, and thereafter we will proceed to vote on the motion to approve the committee report with accompanying resolution. The Honorable Ko is given a period of 2 minutes for her explanation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Maybe perhaps before I jump off to my explanation, just a point of information in regards to the discussion started by Representative Erice. I heard from his manifestation that he is raising red flags as to how the committee followed procedure. I'd like to point or cite paragraph 3 in relation to how the procedure was followed. But regarding the point that I'd like to raise, at yun po yung rason kung bakit tayo nag-object, paragraph 11 in the discussion of the Liza Maza et al. Complaint states that the complaint fails to allege facts that would constitute abuse with respect to unprogrammed appropriations, the amounts of the same, etc. Madam Chair, we'd like to put on the record that in the complaint and in the discussion herein, we cited specifically the amounts and the acts that would constitute the abuse with respect to unprogrammed appropriations. In particular po, yung acts that would constitute abuse, andyan po yung pagpasa ng NEP, yung pagpirma ng GAA, and after the whole budget process, the releases of the unprogrammed appropriations that is approved through special budget requests. Those 3 acts are specific po, at ang naggumawa po nun ay ang ating presidente. At ikalawa, the amounts of the same that is also alleged in the complaint and diniscuss po natin on the floor. I could say po that the amounts released would amount to 214 billion pesos, and 111 billion pesos of which went to flood control projects. That's why, Madam Chair, yung aming allegation ay kulang po yung committee report. Gusto po namin maipasok po sa record yung mga discussions that were to our view ay hindi na-reflect dito sa committee report, Madam Chair.
The
And lastly,
manifestation and or
Madam Chair.
objection of the Honorable Ko is duly noted. With
Madam
all
Chair, I
due
have-
respect, all these arguments and justifications have been fully ventilated upon and deliberated upon during our discussion on the sufficiency in substance. I am inclined to believe, the chair is inclined to believe that you have a pending objection and that is your justification. Now the committee will proceed to vote to decide on the motion.
Madam Chair, and a last point po, I'd like to cite a different paragraph naman.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair, for the record as well. On page 5, the last paragraph, we'd like to manifest that there was a voting as to the sufficiency in substance. It only records there the final tally of the 3rd count. Dahil 3 beses po pinataas ng kamay yung ating committee members, we'd like to manifest that hindi po naka-reflect sa report yung instance na nangyari pong gano'n. Madam Chair.
Thank you. Our parliamentary status is there is a pending motion for the approval of the committee report with accompanying resolution. The same has been seconded. The same was objected as well by the Honorable Ko. We shall now proceed to divide the House. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, can we can we
know
repeat the motion, please?
Yes.
Di ka kasi
For the-
nakikinig. Lang yung Benny Abante to. Makinig ka kasi.
Guidance of all the members of the committee, the motion is to approve the committee report with its accompanying resolution.
Madam Chair, very important point of clarification because this is already voting. Just a point of clarification.
The Honorable Dilima, you may
Okay.
put down your hands.
Thank you, Madam Chair, dear colleagues. The resolution covers both the De Jesus and the Maza et al. Complaint. And the resolution or the finding and the recommendation is they are declared to be both insufficient in substance.
That is correct, Honorable Dilima.
Okay? In which case, for example, I agree with the declaration of the insufficiency in substance of the De Jesus complaint, but I do not agree with respect to the finding of insufficiency in substance of the second or Masa complaint. So I guess my vote here would be a partial dissent. Is that correct? I just would like to know kung ano po ang tamang boto ng isang miyembro na hati yung pananaw. So the Jesus complaint, yes, it is insufficient in substance. The Masa et al. Complaint, no, it's not insufficient. It is sufficient in substance. So my vote would be partial. So paano po ang patakaran dito? Paano ko po iboboto o ihahayag yung aking boto? Thank you very much.
Suspension of meeting of the Honorable Dilima. By practice in the committee, it's either we vote a yes or a no. Nevertheless, the members of the Justice Committee are given opportunity to manifest their record of vote in order to explain the partial voting of the member in case there is one. Of course, we've seen during our voting on the sufficiency in substance, the partial or indifferent position of some members with respect to De Jesus on one hand and Masa et al. On the other hand. So, to reiterate, per practice in the Justice Committee, it's either we vote a yes or a no, and then we give opportunity to the individual member to explain their record of vote in case of partial voting. That is with respect to agreeing to the first complaint and disagreeing to the second complaint. The Honorable Dilima.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a comment for the record. It would have been less problematic or less complicated if there have been two separate
Correct. Paminsan-minsan tumatama tong si Sabay eh. Pagbutuan nyo na kasi ng separado kayo naman.
findings,
Dami
two
yung arte.
separate documents concerning the first complaint, the Jesus complaint, and the second. Just a manifestation for the record.
Madam Chair.
Thank you.
The manifestation is noted. The Honorable Po.
Madam Chair, wouldn't it be possible for her to vote yes or no and then note her reservation in her vote in the actual document itself?
The chair is more inclined to follow the precedents observed by the Justice Committee in the past impeachment processes.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable
aside
Rodriguez.
from their manifestation of their voting yes for one, no for the other, is that we would follow the procedure in the Supreme Court of the Republic of the Philippines. When they sign the report of their members, then they put there, I vote yes for the substance on. So there's an annotation right here because in the decision itself, you can put there, you sign, and then I vote yes for the substance for Masa, and then no for the other. So they can also put here, just like justices of the Supreme Court, we are acting as a committee on justice. So therefore, they can also sign here. And of course, our former Secretary of Justice would know this, that she would be able to put right in the committee report when she signs that she's in favor of the non-substance of the Andre De Jesus. He will say that he votes for substance in the Lisa Masa complaint. Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah.
The chair has explained already how to address the position of members who have different positions with respect
Itong si Rufus, parang laging nag-i-intimidate no? Yung tipong, mas magaling ako sa'yo. Ako dapat pakinggan ng chair. Parang ganun datingan niya no?
to one,
Hira talaga.
the De Jesus complaint, and the other, the Masa et al. Complaint. We shall now proceed to vote. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand.
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, dito na una tatapusin ang ating reaction video. Panibagong kabalbalan na naman ho ng House of Representatives to. Ano yun na, kay VP Sara na tayo. Alam naman na sambayan ng Pilipino na yan. Yun talagang pinupuntor yan. Dami nyo pang kabalbalang ginagawa dyan.